Hey, I'm Cam Day. Welcome to the channel and to today's video. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome all the same. It's a pleasure to have you all. I hope you're doing all right. I'm excited about today's video. I have a feeling today's video is going to be fairly short and sweet because I don't have much to say except for this is one of Ilia's newer products. It is their liquid powder chromatic eye tint. And you need it. Okay, need is maybe a little bit dramatic or strong of a word. However, I really truly love this and I was not expecting to, mainly because I, one, am not a liquid shadow girl. Haven't been. Maybe my first few experiences using different liquid shadows just weren't it. Maybe they weren't the right products, but I've always been much more prone to gravitate toward a powder product or even like cream, something that dries down and stays in place. And that's because number two, I have super oily lids, like super oily. Like if you like that, you know, glazed, dewy, glossy eye, my eyes just do that. But that makes it really difficult to pull off a look, or especially any kind of look that took a little bit of time. If I don't set it properly or if I don't prime properly, then it just moves, it creases, and kind of melts off of my eyes throughout the day. Guaranteed to happen. So I've become very particular about how I prime my lids and what products I use. And also I have to be honest with myself, like, do I need this look to last this long? Do I need to prime this way? Will the primer work well with the powder? It's a whole thing. And also I just usually gravitate toward using tools to apply products. I don't know why, and maybe I just think I'm bougie and fancy that way, but most of the time I think that it aids in the application and blending of most products, whether it's powder, cream, liquid, what have you. But that's just kind of like this thing that I have. I'm like, let me use a tool. Sometimes it is just easier to use your fingers, and this product has definitely proved that point for me. I'm just gonna start applying it and demoing it, and then we can kind of talk more as we go because it's just that simple. First of all, let's look at the applicator. It's a simple little doe foot. It's hard to get it into focus. And it's not super messy around the opening, which is definitely something that happens with liquid or creamy products. So that's something that is a bonus for me. It has a nice little, which means that there's a mechanism in there that helps to kind of clean up the doe foot before it makes it out into the world and onto your face. I'm using the shade Fresco. First, I gotta remove the concealer creases from my lid and just lightly apply 2 little strokes, and I'm using my finger really lightly to just press and blend from my lash line up toward my crease, and then just blending up and out into the abyss of my face. And that's it. We're gonna zoom in really quickly. Let's see how smooth of a zoom this can be. I don't really know. I hope that was smooth. But there's no drying time, maybe 5 seconds, and it's already dried down to a powder. I mean, how long did that take me? Literal seconds. I'm so impressed. But just so you know, I've had this product for a few weeks and I've used it basically anytime I've done my makeup in a simple just get ready and go like I'm doing for today. I've always gone for this. So I've used this multiple times. I've worn it all day, multiple days, and it stays in place. I don't have to prime my lids in any sort of way. I don't have to touch it up. I don't have to look and check on it throughout the day and move out the creases. It just stays. But it also comes off easily, so it's not like a total pain in the butt to try and remove. You know how some things dry really nicely, but they also want to like plant themselves on your lid and never come off? Again, just using my finger, spreading it down closest to the lash line as possible, and then just moving up toward my crease and a little bit beyond. It takes seconds to blend. It is foolproof. That's what I like about it. If you don't have a lot of experience using cream products or liquid products or just eyeshadow in general, this is definitely something I would recommend you reach for because you saw me apply it. You saw the 2 little strokes, or however many if you want a little more depth of color that it takes, and you just lightly move your finger. Barely move it. You don't have to be super artistic about it. you just do it and you get the color payoff that you want. Even better is that it's buildable. So you just give it a couple seconds to dry and you can go over with a second coat and just get a little bit more opacity if that's what you want, some more depth of color, if you want a little more of the pearl shimmer that comes from it. Whatever your reasoning is, or if you feel like you maybe missed a spot in the beginning, you just go over it again and it doesn't pick up, it doesn't pull any of the first layer off, and you just have another bold, beautiful layer of color. We zoomed back in just so you can see, maybe this helps a little bit better. You can see the color, you can see the finish. I feel like my work here is done, you know? I had to put a little bit of mascara on because I was feeling a little bit naked. But anyway, let's just do some final thoughts because I feel like I just kind of went right into it. First of all, this is the shade Fresco, and I love it. There are, I want to say maybe 6 shades. Let me double check. There are 8 shades, even better. So this is the only shade that I have, thankfully, and I'm so grateful to Ilia for sending this over in order for me to test it out and review it. What I love is that there was no pressure for me to share anything on it. It was just like, try it, see what you think, and go with it. So just know that this is coming 100% out of my own heart and experience. I love this. With that said, I do only have experience using this shade. I know that in some cases and with some brands, even in the same product line, there are different textures or formulas with different colors. So I guess I can only speak for this shade. However, if this is the only shade that you ever get from them, I still recommend it. It's everything that I would look for and hope for and want in a really easy cream eyeshadow product. I just want to swatch it for you too so you can kind of get a better look at the shade itself. Oh, sorry, my lighting is really not great. I hope that helps. So it's really nice. It's kind of got like a mauve undertone to it, but it's this cool taupey formula that you can see has some warmth in it, but it has more of a cool toned shimmer on the top of it. I love that, and you can kind of see that in some of the other shades that you see on their website and other swatches, that it has kind of this multi-dimensional color to it without being really crazy like, you know, those 3D kind of colors or the light switching ones with a different kind of like flop to it. It really just has a base color. I think that's what it is. So it has like a deeper base color that's there, and then once you add in the pearl, that like really light shimmer, it's not going to be twinkling so much in the sun, but it has a nice reflectivity to it still. It just makes this really beautiful, slightly and lightly dimensional color so that it's not just flat on the lids. It adds a little bit of life, a little bit of shape, and as you blend it out where it's a little less concentrated, it almost adds this all the other shadow like blending color into it. I'm not even making sense. I just am so excited about it. And I know this is dramatic, but it's true. You'll see closer on my lid that it has that more cool tone to it, but once there's less product and once I've blended it out, it's almost like it's a transition shade that it's blended in with. But it's all just the one thing you saw. So that leads me to believe, especially because you saw me do 2 layers of this, that it probably blends really well with the other shades and with the other formulas. So if you were still in a rush or just wanted to put as minimal effort as you possibly could into a really easy, cute, fun look, you could use multiple of these and it would take you, I don't know, 15 seconds instead of 5. That's kind of where this ends. I don't have much else to say. It doesn't crease. It blends like a dream. It does dry down. So, okay, that's my one note. Just do one eye at a time. I think that's where you could potentially get a little bit tripped up. It might dry down a little bit faster than you want to. Based on my experience, it has a really nice dry time. Like you've seen when I apply it and when I go to blend it, like I almost never just put a dot of something down and then wait to blend it because I know that it will start to kind of set and settle. So maybe don't do that and you'll be fine. But yeah, do one eye at a time just so that you get the freshest ability to blend. But that's really it. Like it won't move. It will be the easiest eyeshadow maybe that you've done unless you have other liquid shadows that you like. But this should definitely be a welcome addition if you already have a good lineup. So now that I've been using this for weeks and just going back for it every single time and just loving it every single time, now I'm like, okay, I just need to go and buy the rest of the line because it's that good. And yes, I was gifted this and I would pay for more. it's great. And if you're in the market for something like this, or again, if you just want to have a quick and easy addition to a quick and easy makeup routine, or if you're still trying to figure out how to do Zoom meetings or family things or whatever, or even just to go outside and you have nothing else on your face and you just want to do a little bit of razzle dazzle on the lids, throw on some mascara, and boom, you're put together. This is your girl. It's so good. If somehow at this point you're still not 100% convinced that this is 100% of that bitch, then maybe I can put it into context to compare them specifically to maybe the Kosas or the Glossier. Those are by far so much more of a thin formula, much more liquidy. They don't feel like they grip as much to my lid. And again, I haven't used primers when I use those, and you know, within an hour it's creasing, it's separating, and yeah, maybe it's just a little bit of a pat that you would need to kind of re-blend it. But by the end of the day, having done that 5 times, then you just have more product on your hand and it's not on your eyeball. So okay, I think I've said everything that I needed to say. I know that 90% of this video was me going I love it, but it's true, and that's really it. I hope it speaks for itself if you were able to see it in my application, in this swatch. Again, I'm working on my lighting, so it's probably not the most stellar shot, but just know if you try it yourself, the first use will speak for itself, and I hope it doesn't disappoint. That's all I have for you beautiful people. Again, I encourage you, if you're looking to buy this, like if you typed on YouTube, Ilia liquid powder chromatic eye tint, because you're looking for a review, please, I hope you were able to get whatever you needed out of this, and that this helped you understand that this is something that you do need in your life at some point. Or if you were just curious about this video, I hope this also encouraged you to kind of bookmark it when you're looking to try it. Please, you have my full recommendation, give it a go. But if you were hoping for anything else out of this review, maybe something a little more nitty-gritty or a comparison to other products, I didn't have the other shadows on me at the moment, otherwise I might have done that. But just let me know if you are looking for something to kind of more flesh out these types of reviews. I'm always happy to hear what you have to say and see how I can work it into my next videos. Thank you as always for hanging out and hanging in for these videos, and for your support, whether it's a subscribe if you haven't already, a like, a comment, whatever it is, it all helps fill my heart as our little channel grows together. Have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are, whenever you are. I hope you find something that makes you as happy as this does for me today. Truly. I love you. Take care, be well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.